I'm Eva Blankenhorn, and this is my RPTM 390 Risk Management Project. Risk management is defined as the identification, evaluation, and prioritization of risks, followed by coordinated and economical application of resources to minimize, monitor, and control the probability or impact of unfortunate events, or to maximize the realization of opportunity. The risk management process is comprised of 4 steps: identification of the risk, evaluation of the risk, treatment of the risk, and risk implementation. The risk I chose to identify and assess on Penn State's campus is the social or foot trail that has been established across the Petit Mall, connecting the parallel sidewalks that run in front of Burroughs and Sparks. This trail has clearly been established over time as faculty members and students wanted a quicker, more convenient way to get across the mall. This risk could be identified under the category of public liability caused by negligence at the fault of Penn State's Office of the Physical Plant. First, I identified the risk. This risk was relatively easy for me to identify because I pass through this area of campus nearly every day. I've seen countless fellow students utilize this trail on a regular basis in all types of weather, and have even taken advantage of this shortcut myself a few times. Even though it isn't the safest option for crossing the mall, it feels like an efficient one. Those who use this path have to step over a chain fence about 2 feet high on either side of the trail. It is easy to see how one could easily get their foot stuck on the chain or slip on the path itself if the ground isn't dry. Safety is a concern here, and even though students probably know they shouldn't cross the fence and use the path, it is regularly being done anyway. Secondly, I evaluated the risk. It is evident that this path is frequently used. While collecting information for this project, I sat on a nearby bench and counted the number of students who used the pathway over the course of an hour. 22 students used it to cross the mall, and 4 of them seemed to almost trip over the chain fencing. Though I'm not sure of the severity of injuries sustained at this location, if any, safety of students should be a top concern for the university. And depending on the severity and frequency of reported injuries in this area, the university could be spending a decent amount on medical bills of those injured here. Next, I considered potential treatment strategies for the risk. Considering there is already fencing in this area, it doesn't seem like avoiding or closing this pathway would be an effective treatment strategy, unless, of course, the Office of the Physical Plant was able to increase the height of fencing on either side of the trail to make it more difficult to access. Instead, I think the risk could be reduced by increasing safety and access to the crossing with removal of this section of fencing and establishment of a permanent sidewalk. This brings us to the 4th and final step of the risk management process, which is the implementation of a plan. The Office of the Physical Plant should implement a plan to increase safety of this established path. The need for a path in this location is evident, and by installing a permanent area for students to cross the mall, the risk of injury and damages is eliminated, and 2 existing sidewalks are efficiently connected. The new sidewalk should regularly and routinely be assessed for any maintenance concerns. Though this process may be costly to the university, an unnecessary risk would be eliminated, creating a safer and happier campus.